Okay, here again we're working on the 1310 tower. Got the shade in the way. I starting to get had a problem with base insulator, and it got wet, and it's made out of plastic. So I've taken on the responsibility of cleaning it all out. As you can see here, this is the my finger's on, that's a piece of plastic PVC, and I don't trust it, but there's continuity from this part to this part, okay? And there's not supposed to be DC continuity, so what I've done is take the all the dirt from around here and going to put a bottle jack under this and put some new insulators so that, get rid of this because I think that's what's causing the conductivity between the tower or the antenna part and ground. So we'll see how that works out. There's the the bottle jack we're using to. Oh wow, that thing's noisy. Wind's blowing. Bottle jack, and that'll lift it up in the air, so, or a little bit, so I can saw this piece down here with the saw. Okay, here's what it is so far with the insulators and blocks of wood. Obviously, like I said before, we have a discrepancy where this piece doesn't match this one because the way the antenna was made, this is the point where it comes down, it seeks its own spot, if you will. It seems to work okay there. I may have to crank it back up again, but look around, you can see the works pretty good. Well, we've run into a bit of a problem here. It's good and bad. This actually is standing off on two insulators. First of all, there's one, and the other one is right, I can't see it, come around this side. Now, it's kind of there. Where is it? There it is. Okay. I think you can see that, right? Right there it is, yeah. So we've still got an insulation problem. So what I've done to knock out any RF, to check DC, because it's screwing up the meter, to check the DC resistance, I've put a 0.5 microfarad capacitor here and went from the center conductor to ground, over there to ground, and checked the resistance. And it's checking like 200 ohms. So I come over here and I've noticed another insulator busted on the, well, you can't see it there, but anyway. So maybe I can, on this guy wire, there was supposed to be an insulator. Oh, I can't see it. Well, there was an insulator between there on the wire, and looks like it has snapped. They're cheap insulators, those plastic ones. And anyway, so we're getting continuity to this guy wire connection here. It's supposed to be a capacitive hat. Anyway, so got to put another insulator in. So they just put cheap insulators in this antenna system, and you can't see the other ones, I don't think. Can I zoom in on one? I doubt it. Well, anyway, they put these cheap plastic fence insulators in on these things and on this antenna system, and I'm sure, here, let's look at it. Here's an idea. Come over here, and we'll see these. They put these style insulators in, and they're really cheap plastic insulators. As you can see, they'll eventually break and probably snap into and snap off of the antenna. and that's what they got the rest of the way up the antenna there. So that's causing the continuity problem to ground. So they didn't do it right the first time, so they'll have to do it again the second time. But as far as the base insulator, as you can see, it's coming along pretty good. That antenna is actually sitting on those insulators now, so it's good to go. Here's the finished product with the base of the antenna. As you can see, there's 1, 2, and there's the third insulator over there. Yep. And as you can see, it's pretty darn sturdy. It isn't going anywhere. Kind of a jacked up antenna, but it's going to stay put. And all the ground, to the ground system, all the connections are made, and this one to the actual antenna is made. Goes off to the ATU. And we're going to turn it on here in just a minute, see how it works.